Hey, what are you doing?
Well, I wanted to give my brother the news in person.
News?
Yeah, about Jessica.
What's wrong?
Not a blessed thing, Bo. She's integrated.
Are you serious? You didn't actually try to kill Spencer Truman, did you?
Well, I wouldn't say I actually tried to kill him. As much as I intended to kill him.
Have you completely lost your mind?
Do I have to answer now? No, I went over there to have a chat with him. Napkins, please.
They're right here. Stop it.
And he started to go into graphic detail about his relationship with Blair.
Okay. I get it.
And that bothered me, as you can imagine, so I grabbed the guard's gun and tried to kill Spencer with it.
Who stopped you?
McBain showed up.
Well, McBain. Thank God for McBain. Otherwise, he might be walking down death row for the second time.
Would have been worth it this time.
You really mean that, don't you?
Absolutely.
This is all because Blair slept with another man?
Yeah. Wasn't Antonia upset that you slept with Nash?
Well, it's not like it's ever going to happen again. And besides, it wasn't me. It was Tess, and she's gone forever now.
But you have her memory still, right?
So what?
So I don't know how Antonia's supposed to live with that. I don't know how he's supposed to keep from wondering who you're thinking about when you guys are laying in bed together.
How's Jess? Good. Seems like a little soft, except now she remembers everything Tess used to do.
So Tess is gone for good, huh?
Well, it's not jinx it, but it looks like it.
That's great, man. I'm happy for both of you. But you know what? It's got us up for Nash. It's like the love of his life just died.
You nailed it.
It's exactly what it's like, Christian.
Oh my God, I just hurt. Are you okay?
Great.
You look,
Like I have a hole in my chest and a collapsed lung.
had a collapsed lung. I mean, the doctors blew it back up or whatever it is they do to you, and they just want to keep you here overnight, make sure you have no internal bleeding. And I told them I'm going to watch you like a hawk. If I have to handcuff you this bad, I will.
You didn't call Mom yet, did you?
Not yet. I wanted to make sure you were still alive.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. Rex, you scared me half to death. I can't lose another person that I love in my life. If you would... I wouldn't be able to take...
Fine. Good as new.
Good.
Just don't call Roxy yet, okay?
Well, she needs to know that you're in the hospital, Rex.
Yeah, but she'd probably just jump on top of me and collapse what's left of my chest cavity, so...
Hey, how is he? You can ask him when he's alright. How you doing?
Well, now that you're here, I'm ready to jump out of bed and tap dance. Maybe not quite yet.
Sorry I left.
It's all right.
No, it's not. But, I wanted to get cleaned up, and I also needed to clear some things up with my mother.
What?
She admitted what she did to us, and I had her arrested for it.
Stop pushing me! You already have me cuffed! I'm just doing my job, man!
You know something? Police brutality is still brutality, even if you are a woman. Let's go!
Dorian?
Hello, Clint.
Should've worn a helmet this morning.
Yeah, why do you say that?
Because Hughes is going to come down hard on you.
You?
I'm sorry, you're going to have to repeat that.
I'm your mother. And Spencer is your father.
No, I don't buy it. He can't be. You can't be. You're too young.
I was young when I had you. and I gave you up for adoption the day you were born. But Spencer and I are your biological parents.
You know, this is pretty much just a parking ticket for me. One that I will be walking away from. I mean, it's not like you're charging me with murder or anything.
You're going down for killing my father. I'll make sure of it.
By the way, Lieutenant, you know, when I shot your father, he cried like a little baby.
Are you hiding something?
No.
Then what do you got in your hands there? What's going on?
Bo, really? Did you call him up to get him to come over here so he could witness my humiliation?
Bo did not call me. I came here to tell him about my daughter. Now, what the hell's going on?
Oh, it is the most asinine mistake. I mean, please, I won't even bore you with an explanation, all right? But you can go home and I'll explain it to you later.
No, you'll explain to me now. Now, what are you hiding, besides the cuffs?
Has she been arrested? Do you want to tell him, or should I?
So why in the world did Bruce turn on her?
He was trying to squeeze more money out of my mother by threatening to tell me everything. And when she said no, he kidnapped me. He knew she wouldn't go to the police because she was guilty too.
No kidding.
So when Bo came out of here, I told him everything, and he arrested her.
I'm sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry about.
She's your mom.
I don't care. I just wish I could have put the cuffs on her myself.
Look, John probably could use some support at this Truman arraignment, so I'm gonna go. Maybe you guys could have some time alone.
I wish I could go. Bo could use the support. Truman almost ruined his career.
I know, and I'll tell him. But I don't think he needs me to. He knows. You're a good friend.
Thanks.
So anyway, if anything happens, please call me, because this is my little brother lying here, you know?
I will.
Thank you.
What could go wrong? I'm in a hospital. People are dying to get in here.
Could you please play nice?
Oh, it's not my style.
You keep telling yourself that. Mwah. Make it better.
Why didn't somebody call me? I had to find out this news from the TV.
Okay, nobody called you because we didn't. You're freaking out just like you're doing right now and making things worse.
How can I make anything any worse? I'm his mother. And the old saying is, a boy's best friend is his mother.
A boy's best friend is his dog.
Yeah, well, only if he doesn't have a mother.
I know it's a lot.
It is a lot. And it's a really bad time. I have an arraignment right now. I have to be in an arraignment.
I know, that's why I think you needed to know now. Please. I had a little boy. I gave him up for adoption. I didn't know where he went. I didn't know what his name was. I didn't even know if he was dead or alive. But I wondered. I wondered all the time, and at a certain point I just needed to find him. So I hired Rex Balsam to track him down. He found out that the lawyer who handled the adoption was dead. So he found the lawyer's widow, and he somehow convinced her to give me the adoption papers.
Convinced? He probably stole them or better yet, he probably made them himself. They're probably fakes or forged.
He actually did an excellent job. And she brought them to me at the hospital, in the ER. And I read that the couple who adopted the little boy was named Hughes, and they named him Hugh.
No.
I know it's very hard to believe that you were right here in Landview. And the strange thing is when I looked at that and saw it was you, and I looked up and you were the very first person I saw. I looked up and you were standing there. You were right there.
If I was right there, why didn't you just say something then?
I just wanted to know that you were okay. I didn't want to derail your life.
Why now?
Something's happened, and I realized that I wanted to know my son, and I want you to know me.
Truman knows that I'm his son?
No. Spencer doesn't even know he has a child.
You didn't know that, did you, John? Actually, it was more of a mix of moaning and gurgling. You're choking me, Lieutenant. Come on.
Tell me how you killed my father.
You mean the way you bawled like a baby?
John, let him go.
I don't know. I say we let McBain save Landview some money.
Thanks, little brother. I appreciate that.
Get up. Get on your feet.
I suppose it would be ridiculous to suggest assault charges.
I didn't say anything.
Right, I didn't think you did. Who did your eye surgery again? Tyler, to get his money back.
Okay.
He just admitted he killed my father. Why would I do such a thing, Lieutenant? That's ridiculous.
Spencer, for once in your Weasley life, be a stand-up guy. You're going to jail for the rest of your life. Give the McBain some peace and tell the truth.
Thanks for the effort, but this weasel would never confess in front of witnesses. He's trying to get to me.
Yeah, it worked, didn't it?
Did it?
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, John. If it's any consolation, he's going to be behind bars for a very long time.
He was going to request that he be held without bail. I don't think there will be a judge that will deny him that.
Spencer, if you plead guilty with an explanation, maybe they'll give you a couple days off your life sentence.
I am not above filing harassment charges if you don't stop berating my client.
Thanks, Dan. Nice to see you.
Hey. Hey. How you feeling?
Stronger every day.
I'm glad to hear it. And I was glad to hear that you were at the hospital gala. I must have missed you.
Oh, everybody missed me. There was an incident and I went home early.
What kind of incident?
A Lindsay incident. Is there any other kinds? She saw, well, RJ kissed me in front of her.
Kissed as in kissed? What, and she's jealous?
It seems so.
Well, that's about as ridiculous as Christian being jealous of me and Todd.
Well, it's actually not so ridiculous.
You're always right there, aren't you?
Oh, and I promise you I always will be.
You look like crap.
Oh, thank you.
How much of my liquor did you drink last night?
Well, I'm sober now, so evidently not enough.
No, maybe you should think about toning it down a notch.
Why? I like liquor.
It's my friend. It's my profession. What? I'm sorry you two don't approve.
No, I don't.
Well, let's just imagine for a minute that the tables are turned. That it was Jessica who was gobbled up by Tess. You think you might have gone out and put one on?
Probably right, Nash, except that this has nothing to do with Jessica or Tess. It has to do with Bree. And if you're going to spend any time with Bree, you're going to need to pull yourself together.
If I'm going to spend any time with Brennan. Antonio, first of all, her name is Brennan, not Bree. And she's my daughter. You have no say whatsoever as to whether or not I get to spend time with my daughter.
Well, you see, actually I do, because she lives under my roof along with her mother, who happens to be my fiancé, which soon will make me her stepfather. And as her stepfather, it's my responsibility to protect her from any harm.
And you think that I might harm my daughter?
No, Nash, not intentionally you wouldn't. But if you don't find a way of getting rid of this anger and resentment, other than drinking yourself into a drunken stupor, then it becomes a problem.
We've got a problem.
Okay, Todd, is this really about me and Antonio, or is it about you, like always, you and Blair?
I'm just telling you, I understand how Antonio feels.
Well, what about how she feels? They were extenuating circumstances, and that's why she slept with Spencer Truman, and that's why I slept with Nash.
Well, okay, but that doesn't make it less painful, does it?
Sure it does. You are the one that Blair loves. You're the one that she wants to be with. Just like Antonio is the only man that I want to be with. That's all that matters.
That's all well and good, but that does not erase Blair's memories of sleeping with Spencer, does it? Are you going to be able to forget about your times with Nash? No, you will not. You know, maybe I ought to go buy that arraignment. Maybe I can get another gun and pop a cap in Spencer's ass.
Stop. That's not even funny, Todd.
All right, you're right, it's not funny.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm going. And no matter what happens with you, I really want you to be happy.
Well, that's what I want for you, too. Thank you. Bye.
Bo's just upset with me because when Adriana was kidnapped, I didn't come running to him for help.
Adriana was kidnapped?
Yes. Oh, it was absolutely awful. And please, don't you tell me what I should have done, because the kidnapper said that he would kill Adriana if I went to the police.
Dorian, is she okay?
Yes. Oh, yes, she is. Thank heaven. Unfortunately, Rex was shot in the melee, but he's going to be fine, too. I'm sure that he's going. But in the meantime, Bo is looking for someone to point the finger of blame at. Since the kidnapper is no longer available, then enter Dorian handcuffed.
This has something to do with the way you were acting when I stopped in yesterday, right?
Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. I couldn't tell you what was really going on.
Bo, why are you doing this? You're just trying to get her daughter back from a kidnapper.
Dorian hired the kidnapper.
What?
I know he's your brother, but he is so misinformed.
Now, let him talk.
Okay, look, Dorian hired some guy to terrorize Adriana. Then Adriana would think that it was Balsam and she'd break up with him.
What?
Hey, ask Adriana.
Please, hasn't my daughter been through enough?
Oh, Dorian, it's always such a pleasure to talk to you. It is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go talk to the DA about Truman's arraignment.
What about these handcuffs?
I'm going to see if I can get you a matching pair of earrings, okay? How about, Clint? Hey, I am sorry. I swear. But I did try to warn you, bud.
I'm listening. Don't think that I'm sad about Dorian being arrested. And you seem to be okay with it too, but
I know you better. You're trying to cover up how you really feel about it, aren't you?
Roxy, come here. Calm down. Rex needs his rest right now. Maybe you shouldn't bother him.
Why would a mother like me possibly bother him?
Do you really want me to answer that question?
He's got my generics. I want to make sure he's okay.
He is.
Really? Let me see for myself.
Look, the doctors don't want him having too many visitors.
I saw you walking out of there. Were you in there with him? Did you see him?
Yeah.
Is there someone in there with him now?
Yeah.
You think I'm so out of control that I'm going to say something stupid to upset him?
No, don't put words in my mouth.
Why? You afraid that you're going to choke on them? Listen, you're kind of my kid, and I've always loved you like a daughter. But he is blood to me. I'm his mother, and I want to make sure that he's okay. So just get out of my way. Kiddo, you okay?
I felt better, but I'll pull through.
Why'd you do something stupid like step in front of a bullet?
Well, maybe I am stupid. But taking a bullet for a certain someone was the smartest things I could have ever done.
I'd take a bullet for you, you know that, don't you?
Yeah, I know.
I love you, Rexy.
I love you too, Mom.
I'm not saying that I never wanted to meet my birth parents. I thought about it. It's just really bad timing.
I know, and I'm sorry. I thought you should know who it is you're prosecuting before you walk into that courtroom.
Thank you very much. Spencer Truman is my father. Paige Miller's my mother.
I can understand if you hate me. I wouldn't blame you.
I don't hate you. I don't hate you. I'm just a little surprised. I'm a lot surprised. I'm confused. This is going to take a really long time to sink in, I think. And I can never hate you. You gave me life, right?
Where's Hughes? I'm asking you. Looks like I won't be needing that helmet after all, doesn't it?
Why would you say that? Nora, you know, Todd and me together is ridiculous.
Well, I actually wasn't referring to you and Todd.
Oh. Well, that leaves you and RJ?
Okay, I'm embarrassed.
I'm confused.
I seem to have felt more than I should when RJ kissed me.
Really?
Well, I've been in a coma for 10 months, for God's sake. Besides, I hit a nerve with you and Todd.
Oh, no. Mm-hmm. No, you didn't. No, we are, well, we have become really good friends. And I'm in love with Christian.
Good, because falling for Todd would be a very bad thing. Ask Blair.
And Todd is in love with Blair.
Right, okay. I mean, that's so funny, I have to admit. I would rather see Blair with Todd than Spencer.
By the way, John, where is that girlfriend of yours? Where have you been keeping her? You usually keep a pretty short leash on her, don't you? I suppose if anything ever happened to her, it would really crush you, wouldn't it?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have an arraignment that needs a prosecutor.
I have to go change. I need to go.
Are you sure you're going to be able to do this? Prosecute Spencer?
That's my job.
What was that all about?
Hugh is my son.
Hugh.
Spencer's his father.
Yes. Did I make a mistake?
I can't answer that, but Paige, you can't prosecute his own father.
All right, guys, look, the pre-fight bout, it's been scheduled. There's no need for another one. There's a steam room in here. Why don't you go sit down, sweat out those toxins, clear out the bloodstream?
Oh, I think it runs deeper than the bloodstream.
You two both seem to know an awful lot about my toxins.
Well, I know that most of them didn't come from down in a bottle of whiskey. Look, I'll tell you what. Why don't we have a cup of coffee, clear up a few things, like your head being the first, and what it is to be Bruce's father being another.
Brennan.
What do you say?
Yeah, okay.
You're not going to need a referee, are you?
No. We'll be fine.
Steamer.
Threaten her again. Mention Natalie again. We won't have a need to wait around for a trial.
That sounds like a threat in itself, Lieutenant.
Not a threat. Just a promise.
John, I'm so sorry I'm late. Rex is in the hospital.
What happened?
It's a long story.
Is he okay?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be all right. You know, Rex is Rex. Where's Hugh?
That's a good question.
So where can I find that creep who shot you?
In the morgue, Roxy.
Really? Which one? Because if he's not entirely dead, I'm going to finish the job.
We don't have to worry about him anymore.
Groovy. So, can I do anything for you?
Hospital Jello.
Cherry or lime?
Yeah.
I get both, because I'm on it. I won't mess with the plugs.
You know, they're not going to let you eat anything right now.
I know.
So then why... Oh. Because you want to finish our conversation.
I know you're still hurting about your mom.
Yeah. I know Roxy's Roxy. But she's your mom. And she loves you like a mom. Fussing all over you, running off to get Jello.
Yeah. Jello.
That's what Mom's supposed to do. Get you Jello. My mom let some guy terrorize me. No, wait, she hired some guy to terrorize me. He put a bag over my head, held a knife to my throat, threatened to kill me. I'm never going to be able to forgive her.
I know.
But it's no big deal, right? I mean, I spent most of my life without her, so nothing's really changed. As far as I'm concerned, she's not my mother anymore.
Have a seat, ma'am. Hey! Wow. I did it for Adriana, to protect her, and I know that you would do the same if your children were in danger.
Adriana wasn't in danger. She had her boyfriend, and as I remember, you said you were just fine with Adriana dating Rex, which leads me to believe you were probably lying to me.
The longer that they were together, the more I felt her slipping away from me.
Slipping away? She's not a baby. Adriana's a grown woman, and if Rex was not the man for her, she would have figured that out for herself.
Yes, but she's so very young. And, well, I mean, you know, children can be so naive, especially when it comes to matters of the heart.
If only children can be naive. I'm feeling pretty childish.
Doreen, I thought you changed, but this tells me you haven't changed at all.
Oh, but I have changed. My feelings for you are genuine. I care about you so much.
You should have thought about that before you dragged your daughter and her boyfriend over the coals. Now, you're going to have to excuse me because I'm sorry. This is not the way I want to spend my time.
What are you saying?
I'm saying I think I've had just about enough of you.
See, it'd be a conflict of interest if you prosecuted this case. And if Spencer found out about it, it'd be an automatic mistrial.
So then I guess Nora has to prosecute Spencer.
I don't think that's an option. See, Hugh's the acting DA. Nora hasn't been reinstated yet.
What about some of those assistant DAs? Can they do it?
See, Hugh's been on this case right from the start. He knows all the facts, the evidence, testimony, trying to get one of the assistants up to speed. I don't think we have time for that.
Then what do we do?
We can't just pull Hugh off the case because then Spencer's antenna would go up. He could end up with information we don't want him to have, so we got to be really careful.
Well, would it be a conflict of interest if Hugh just did the arraignment?
I don't know. Maybe, okay, he could go ahead and do the arraignment. As soon as it's over, then we pull him aside and we ask him to step down. What is it?
I had all these dreams about what it would be like, me and my son. And I never thought we would be reunited like this. How can he ever forgive me? I gave him one hell of a legacy. Spencer Truman for a father.
Hey. Thanks for coming.
Come on, there's no other place in the world I'd rather be right now. Spencer needs to answer for what he did to you.
And also, about the last time we saw each other. This is one of the...
Don't even... Okay. Hey.
You okay? Yeah, everything's under control.
All rise. Be seated. The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus Spencer Truman. The Honorable Leroy Portier presiding.
It is my understanding that the Commonwealth and the defense have waived a reading of the charges?
That's correct.
Yes, Your Honor.
Will the defendant please stand? Spencer Truman, how do you plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Yeah, right.
There'll be no more of that, Mr. Manning, not in my court. Now, as for the matter of bail, Counselor?
Yes, Your Honor. Dr. Truman has shown himself to be a respected and core member of the medical community. His benevolence and philanthropy have shown that he's a man of high moral values, and he wishes to confront these charges directly. Running from them does not gain him anything. In fact, he has everything to lose by doing so. So we respectfully request a bail of $1 million.
Mr. District Attorney?
I have no problem with that, Your Honor.
I am so sorry for what my mother did to you. I'm so sorry for what I did to you. For what I didn't do. I didn't trust you.
Please stop saying that. You don't have anything to be sorry for.
Yes, I do. You did nothing but be there for me, and how do I pay you back? I stopped believing you.
I'm going to tell you something. I don't want you to believe me, will you? Will you promise you'll believe me?
Of course I promise.
I love you, Adriana. More than anything in the world.
Clint, you don't mean that. Take a moment to reconsider. You're making a terrible mistake.
Am I? Dorian, I thought you were different. Now, I didn't expect you to be a perfect person. Just not a horrible one.
Clint, please. I can't be losing everybody I care anything about.
You know, I think you've already lost everybody.
Lucky you. It's booking time.
Tess is a part of me now. Her moods, her anger, her memories, her dreams.
Hurry up! Come on, it's a meteor shower. It only lasts a couple of seconds. Look.
Oh, wow, it's beautiful.
I know, right? We can make 1,000,000 wishes. Are you out of your mind? You can drive and walk out here? Doesn't matter with you. See your job.
What are you doing, Hugh? What are you thinking about? How could you sell us out, man? How could you sell us out?
On the next One Life to Live, I can encourage these feelings that you're having. I mean, you have to let go of me.
5 minutes before Truman's arraignment, I found out that he's my father. Shouldn't you have your fiancée by your side? Where is Blair?
I love you. Now let me show you how much.